Hey, if you know the penta scale, and this is you, then after this video you will sound like this. After this video you will learn how to play the penta scale like a pro. We will go through 4 steps that you need. Step 1, the blues scale. Hey, by the way, be sure to stick around to the end of this video to actually get a full understanding of how to really level up your penta scale. Alright, I think we all have played the blues scale before, but be sure to try it out from at least one more box. Check this one. Hey, wait, by the way, be sure to share this video with anyone that you know that also want to learn how to level up their penta scale. I would have done anything to see a video like this when I got started playing guitar and improvise. Your guitar friend will thank you later, trust me. Alright, when it comes to the blues scale, we need to learn how to use it the right way. It doesn't sound good just because you know how to play it. Here comes 2 examples of easy blues scale runs that I really recommend you to check out. I love to use these ones. I use them all the time and I never get tired of them. You can thank me later. Blues scale example number 1. Blues scale example number 2. Now, remember these ones. We will use them in the 3rd step. Also, by the way, you don't need your guitar for this guitar lesson today. Just save this video and learn this later. You can download all the tabs from my Patreon. So be sure to not forget to subscribe here to my YouTube channel if you don't want to miss any of my future guitar lessons here. I'm releasing videos here all the time, so be sure to subscribe. Here comes an example of how the blues scale can sound when you have practiced it and learned the blues scale runs that I just showed you. Hey, by the way, do you find this guitar lesson useful? Then be sure to check out my Patreon. Now for only $3 a month, you will get an instant access to all my exclusive tabs, lessons and masterclasses, private guitar lessons, and private coaching, weekly requested guitar lessons, and everything you need to become the best guitarist you can be. The full tabs from this video, for example, like I told you, will be available there as well. All these for only $3 a month. And by the way, it even becomes cheaper if you buy a whole year directly. You can thank me later. Be sure to check it out. I will put the link here in the description, here below. Alright, enough with the talking. Let's go to the next step. Step 2. Play patterns. Here are some that I like to use. Also, be sure to remember these ones, because we will use them again in the last step in this video. So be sure to stick around to the end. Penta scale pattern number 1. Penta scale pattern number 2. pentascale pattern number 3. Alright, those are really cool and very useful. Here comes an example of me improvising with them, so you can see how you can sound when you have practiced them. Step 3. Play the pentascale along the fretboard. So instead of doing this, we will play it like this. This will open up the fretboard on our guitar and help us move around it up and down very smoothly. This is also my favorite way of playing and thinking when I solo with a pentascale over a major chord or a major chord progression. I will show you what I mean. So here first come an example of a C major chord and then the A minor pentascale. Alright, so how does this work? Because of the relative minor. Alright, the relative major to A minor is C major. Let's solo and improvise over these chords in the key of C major using the A minor pentatonic scale. Here are the chords. Alright, let's improvise with a pentascale. Sounds cool, right? But how do we find the relative major or minor? I have always had a really hard time to understand this, until I learned this. So, here is A. So our relative major is a minor third up from A. Alright, and then opposite, if we think C. Here is C. Here we are thinking C major, right? So our relative minor from C is a minor third down from C. I will show you what I mean. Alright, this is a great way to know how to apply the pentascale in all different situations. In all future songs you will ever play again. Major or minor, doesn't matter after this video. You will always be able to apply the pentascale now. So again, you find the relative major a minor third from the minor chord, alright? And if you have a major chord, you find the relative minor a minor third down from the major chord. Super easy. Now you know how to apply it. This works for all patterns that we did before as well. So let's try this out again, just as an exercise. In another key. Here is F. Here is the chord F major. Let's find the relative minor, where our pentascale is. Okay, so we can use D minor pentatonic scale here. Here it is. Here is the third step that we just did, where we play it along the fretboard. Awesome! You can try this out by yourself now in the future. This is how the pros are doing when applying the pentascale. Alright, let's go to the next step. Step number 4. Make the pentascale sound jazz. Listen to this one. Alright, so that was the one we did before, right? But check this one now. That sounds more jazz and fusion for me. But what did we actually do here? We first played our pattern, and then we take every second one of the patterns and move it up a half step. I will show you what I mean. This gives us a playing outside the key feeling, kinda. But it still sounds and feels like the pentascale, right? Just a little cooler if you ask me. So, when you have done this with the patterns that I showed you before, you will be able to sound like this. Alright, I actually wanted to teach you 10 more things you can do with a pentascale, but let's save that for the next video. And by the way, be sure to subscribe here to my YouTube channel if you haven't done that yet, so you don't miss that video out. Here comes a bonus step that you can do with a blues scale. Whoa, what was that? So, here I'm basically using the blues scale, but adding the major third as well. This is super useful. Check this one as well. This sounds super nice and works great over any major chord. We mix both the minor pentatonic scale, blues scale, but make sure that it fits a major chord as well. Here comes an example how you will sound when you have practiced these ones. And yeah, let's apply all our steps now. Let's go. Alright my friend, thank you so much for watching this video today. And be sure to join my Patreon if you want the full tabs from this lesson. It only costs you $3 a month and you get a huge discount if you buy a whole year directly. You will get an instant access to all my tabs, lessons, masterclasses, weekly lessons, requested guitar lessons, private coaching and private guitar lessons. Yeah, basically everything you need. I will put the link to my Patreon in the description down here below. So good luck with everything that you have learned here today. See you soon again. Bye bye.